Hey guys, welcome to Proto Point. Okay, so in our previous tutorial, we have created a API through which a user will be able to create buckets, that is folders in our project. Okay, so if you have watched, you might be knowing about this. Okay, so in this tutorial, we are going to create an API that will give us all the list of buckets, that is the files, by just hitting this API. Okay, so let's get started. So here I will just create one more route, and this will be a get method. So as we are going to get all the files from the server, okay, so I will just name it as get all buckets. Okay, and here let me add a middleware for authenticating the user to use our service by making use of the API key. Okay, okay, so now here first of all I need to import a library, that is path, to get the directory. I will just import it. Okay, so let me check if the path is been installed. Yeah, so it is there. Okay, and now here let me create a variable. So it will be a root folder. Root path is equal to path.join, and here I just need to give a root folder name. Okay, so this is the folder name I just need to give over here. Okay, so now in fx library there is a library function called as read directory, through which we can get all the list of folders that exist in this root folder. Okay, so let's make use of that. So fs dot uh, read dir, yeah, so this one. Okay, so here it accepts two parameters. One is the path of our root. Okay, and the second parameter is a callback function that holds the folders or the documents or folders that exist in this path. Okay, so here let's name it as files. Okay, so now whenever this function executes, this will be a array. So inside this array we will have all the files that exist in this folder. Okay, so now I need to iterate to all these files by making use of array or for loop or anything, something that iterates to the array. Okay, so for that I will just make use of filter from array library. Okay, so for that, so here let's create a variable and let's name it as directories. Okay, and now here files dot filter, right? So now here const path is equal to path dot join root path dot file, and finally return fs dot s status sequence file path dot is directory. Okay, so I'm using this is directory because this function will return all the files and directory. So it will also read directory as well as files that exist in this folder. But I only want this API to read only directory. So I'm just using fx statics with is directory function. Okay, and now we get the directory over here. Okay, and now finally, if directory exists, then I just need to response to the server the directory file, response to the user the list of the directories. Okay, so here I can just respond it something like this. Okay, so now let's check if this API is working or not. Okay, so I'll just restart my server. Okay, so this is my postman. Okay, so API is this. Okay, so here I'm just passing API, the middleware. For middleware, I'm just need to pass the API of a user. Okay, so there is no need of any body tag for this. Okay, so now if I send, it is showing, yeah, so I just need to change it to get method. Okay, so let's wait. I think so there is an error. Okay, so there is no response. Okay, so after checking, I got to know that I was using this function. So this function was not getting executed due to some error. So after changing it to read directory only without sync, the code got executed. So you can see the output over here. Okay, so let me run it again, and so I will just stop it, execute. Okay, so this was the response that I got. Okay, so now here, so this is the API. So if I hit it, you can see I get the folders that exist in this directory. So what I will do is I will just create one more directory over here. Okay, and let me hit the API. So you can see I got the recently created directory also. Okay, so that's all for this video tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe. Protocol Point. Thank you.